Yo guys, welcome to Unsaid Things. Today we're playing some more Summoner's War. Now, as you can see on your screen, there is a Laker. He is just irrelevant. This is just a monster to put up for show at the moment. Now, as you can read by the title, I'm still ill. I recorded this the same day as the Rocket League video, so we're still ill. As you can tell by the title, this is the 5 monsters you do not want to be coming up against in your arena. This is not live arena, this is just standard arena, which is far different to normal arena in my opinion, because there's monsters in live arena I will not go near. However, there are monsters, but then those live arena monsters that are really good, I will happily fight and kill in the... is there something on the lens? Gonna give you a clean. Scoot, scoot, scoot. No, I don't know. But yeah, so, yeah, there's monsters in the live arena that I will happily fight, as opposed to I happily won't fight. Whereas in arena, I will kill them all because it's funny. Now, these 5 are purely based on my opinion. There are many other different videos on this. However, in my opinion, this is the ones you do not want to be coming up against. Number 5. Now, here we go. Also, I just want to say there are a few honourable mentions. For example, Hathor is one of them, the Light Desert Queen. Then you've got the Water Dragon. There's also no light and dark monsters in this because they're just too rare to be coming up against. Now, in my opinion, one of the top 5 monsters you do not want to be coming up against, especially for my team, because I run a... I've done this in a very weird layout. I was meant to show my defense, but this is number 5. Now, for example, this... For example, this is Ciara. She is the number 5 monster you do not want to be coming up against in arena, purely on the fact. First, we'll just go through the skills quickly. Obviously, I've never done showcase on these monsters, so I haven't packed them. Now, you've got this passing time, attacks 3 times, recovering 15% of your attack bar with a crit. Then you've got Fate of Destruction, basically puts a bomb on for 2 turns, and then you've got Promised Time. But this gives you this gives you an extra turn. That's why it's so good. And then you got Promised Time, which attacks all enemies and detonates all bomb effects. So basically, any bombs on explode. So basically, what she's good for is she'll put a bomb on and then immediately blow it up on your face. And you can go from winning to losing in about half a second with this girl, because she is a savage. And she also has a great arena leader skill of 24% leader, which means she's going to jump ahead. Now, if I jump to my defense, bang. This, I know, I get it. Now, this is my arena arena defense. I'll just click defense to make it clearer. So you have a Lucian, a Laker, a Galleon, and a Tableau. Now, if that Ciara gets in there first, because they are quick, and with the leader skill, they have the ability to jump ahead. Now, with Tableau's a bit... Could I just click these and will it show up as monster? I don't think it will. No, it's just going to freeze it. Okay. Oh, it does. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, Tableau is my leader, and basically anything that gets in ahead of Tableau is probably going to beat me, because Tableau resets the attack bars and makes me faster. So if that Ciara gets in there, what she's going to do is take out my Galleon, which is going to leave my Laker very weak, because there's no attack bar defense break to just... attack buff defense break to just destroy everything. So for me, Ciara is a solid number 5 because I run a speed defense and a speed offense. I do not play tank, I play speed. And well, yeah, that's about that. So Ciara is number 5 because of the bombs, and when she cuts in, she pretty much insta kills if she's strong enough. And those bombs put a stun on, so if you don't die, you get stunned anyway. This man here is number 4. His name is Orion, and he is no nat 5. He is a nat 4, of course, which means he's even easier to pack. I sadly have not got one. I had one when I was a noob, and then I used it for food, but I do not have one now. This is him. He is the light brownie... No, not light. Water brownie edition. Now, why is he good? He is insane. First, he has... a defense of 25%, so basically can tank up all monsters. Then he's got run, bounce towards the enemy, and gets another chance to attack with 30%. Then you've got fly, which attacks all enemies and leaves a 1-turn defense break. See, still ill. Now, the move you'll hate, Harmless Prank. Now, this does no damage. However, what it does, it selects 4 things randomly, and then we'll put a stun on, a defense break, a health break, and I think it's glancing. Is it glancing? HP disturb. There you go. So it puts 4 debuffs on randomly. And then what it will then do is increase their attack bar. So again, these things are built very fast. And if that gets in ahead of my Tableau, then all of a sudden the attack bar ahead of me, and then I'm going to be flat and I'm going to be dead. Now, every time I see an Orion, when I get to the gold ranks, I don't fight it at all. That is a big no-go zone, because Orions are assholes. They just go again and again and again, and this is reusable in 5 turns, and I think you can get it down to 4, maybe 3. I know you get it down to 4, but I'm pretty sure you might be able to get it down to 3. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, and with his 30% chance to attack, he's just going to keep going and going and going, and he can put defense breaks on, and it's just a pain. He is a big menace. He's number 4. He was going to be much higher until I realised there's scarier monsters to go up against. Now, he is usually rude on Swift, sometimes violent, because when he gets a violent proc in and amongst those 30% procs, he can just keep on going and going and going, and it is just hell to play. So, he is my number 4 for the monsters you do not want to be fighting in Arena. Number 3. And here we are, number 3. It is the almighty Fire Chimera. That is his name. His name is Rakan, and he is an absolute straight savage. Since his buff, he has become one of the lousiest monsters on the server, to one you do not want to be touching in Arena, especially if they put Will on the monster. Now, I'm talking about the Will Rune set. All he needs is 1 Will Rune set, and he is not going to die on the first turn unless you literally blow him up, because the Will Rune stops any debuffs going down. So when he's got Will Rune, because he's usually runed for HP, because look at him, he's a tank, not even a Laker can just one-shot this kid out the sky, because you really need a defense break to knock this guy out. And, well, so if he's runed on Will, he is going to be one of the most tricky monsters to kill. And this is why you have Trample, which just pins the enemy down, does damage for 1 turn. Normal move. Then you've got Unleashed Fury, which gains... basically, it gives you an attack buff and an immunity buff for 3 turns, and then gives you an immediate turn afterwards, which is insane. So basically, it's an instant violent proc. It's a straight violent proc. So as soon as he uses it, he gets another turn to then attack again, and then you get Collapse, which is this big old boy, and then collapses the earth to inflict damage according to your max XP and provokes the enemy for 1 turn. Also, if you are attacked as a 30%, yeah, this is the move you do not want to be touching, because once you hit him, he has a 30% chance to initiate collapse. Now, I'm pretty sure it's more than 30%, because every time I fire at him, he collapses me. Okay, right, so yes, I am back. So I just had to blow my nose area. I've cold. And so basically what I was saying was, when this collapse is active, he will always have Unleash Fury active, because that passive is just on renew. Because when you get this skill down enough, it basically means he is never not attack buffed and immunitied. He is just permanently under those buffs. So he's going to be collapsing with an attack buff, which basically means you're going to be dying. You're going to be dying. It's upsetting, but you will be dead. With the Will, and because he's going to be on Will, you can't land a defense break unless you strip it. So Bella might be good. I use Lamer, to be honest, because I've got a line at 5 and I can. So there's a mad sound downstairs, but it's fine. So yeah, basically all this is Rakan is good because he's always willed. He's bad to come up against because he's always on will and he's always attack buffed and he's always going to hit. And one-shotting the boy is insanely tricky. What you can do though, if you get an early buff strip in, you can then use, if you have a Stellar, I use a Stellar just to keep that attack bar well down. Or then if I can get a defense break in, if I can get a defense break in, I tend to just use Laker, and Laker will just justice the hell out of him. And he is going to be going straight to the death zone. But yeah, Rakan is number 3, however, only if he's on Will Rune. And here he is. We all expected it. It is Samarth. Now, he is immune to the eternal one bang, unless you have a monster that can stop revivals. But then I still think he comes back because of the passive, which basically just brings him back to life. I still fair to revive, so I don't think he comes back if... I'm going to stop talking there. Right, so this is Samarth. Now, he is insane. I hate him so much. He's an attacker, usually built for speed, but these are what he does. So Serenity attacks 2 times and has a 30% chance to remove a beneficial effect. So he buff strips on a first skill, like Julie does, but his is better. No, his is worse, actually, because Julie's 50%. So it's a bit worse than Julie on the first skill. But keep that in mind. And then Overwhelm. Attacks all enemies and increases their cooldown by one. So basically, if he gets in first, pops that. It's basically like a shitty Xeros. It just pops it, and they all have to use their first skill for the first turn, because they are all on cooldown for 1 turn. So it basically gives you the 1 turn advantage you need, which is just fucking annoying. I know, it's horrible, it's hideous. But then on that 1 turn afterwards, you can just carry on as usual. But by that time, you're probably already dead, because he is an AoEer. And, well, that AoE is probably going to do a lot of damage, especially if they're running a Galleon first. Because I've seen Galleons run with Samus, and they just destroy teams. They just decay the world. It's savage. Now, this is why I hate him a lot. Rageful Return goes back... basically, when he dies, he regains 30% of his HP and comes back to life. And he also gives off a massive shot. I don't know if the damage is based on anything apart from his own attack, because the activation of Rage Return deals significant damage to all enemies. So basically, he does a big shot, and that hits everyone, and lots of damage is done. So pretty much, if you Lucian a defense, he will come back, rageful, and then lots of people are going to be either ill or dying. So basically, you've got to kill him first, because if it's him before he's died, so it's just a normal him versus you, when there's only one of you left and you're very weak and you kill him, he's going to come out to life, drop a rageful, and then you're going to die and he's going to win. Basically, he's an auto-revive. That's all it is. He's just got an auto-revive, and it's horrible. That is one of the monsters you do not want to be coming up against in the defense, in the arena. That is one monster you do not want to be coming up against. Again, and also the leader's skill, attack speed of all allies in arena 30%. So he pushes people faster as well. So he can run well with an Orion. He can run well with Ciara, a Ray Khan, literally anything. He's golden. If you have him, you're lucky. But if you're against him, oh my god, I am sorry. Now, that leaves the number 1 spot. We've done the top 4. Now, if you're running a speed defense, a speed offense and a speed defense like myself, who do you not want to be coming up against? This here, my friends, is the number 1 spot for who I do not want to be coming up against in arena. It is your friend Leo. Now, I have his brothers Chao and Leica. This is the last one I need, and oh my god, is it the one I want. Leo, what a savage. He's a support monster, but he is the one I do not want to be seeing in arena. Not now, not ever, not next week, not next year. And this is why. He has a normal just Dragon's Might, inflicts a dot with if you land a crit, and well, that's about that really. That's all that really does. Then you got this, which is not on any of the other normal element Dragon Knights. You've got Torrent, which the damage of this is increased your H. So the lower your health, the more damage it does. And if it's below 30, and if you're below 30% HP, the defense is ignored. So basically, he just hits like an absolute truck, and it's nasty. We don't like him. Now, this is the move that I hate. Eye of the Storm. The attack speed of all allies is limited to your attack speed. This effect does not affect enemies. Wait, what? This effect does not affect enemies with the same skill or boss monsters. Decrease the attack by 10%. So basically, he always goes first unless it's against a boss or another Leo. The faster Leo, I think, goes first. So what this Leo does is he attacks, and every time he attacks, he drops the attack bar of somebody by 10%. Now, I've seen Vampire Leos absolutely tear 4v1s, and he is just unkillable because he always gets the first turn, and he is always straight savage. This Torrent, I think, can be used in 2 turns. If you skill it up enough, I think you get a 2-turn Torrent, which is insanely strong. Now, Leo is the reason why every time I see a Leo, I skip. Because he goes first, and he'll always hit my Galleon. He's going to hit water monsters straight away, and he's going to hit them hard. Not as hard as he will do towards the end of the game when he starts losing health, but he is the number 1 monster who you do not want to be coming up against, purely on the fact in arena and live arena and anywhere. Actually not anywhere because of giants and stuff. He doesn't do bosses. But he, my friends, will always be going first. and he will most likely just knock out your speed lead and leave them able to bring in their attack buffer, and it's going to be game over for you. But my friends, that is the Leo. That is the top 5 monsters who I do not want to be coming up against in Arena. It may be the same for you. Let me know in the comments which monsters you don't like coming up against, and maybe they should have made it into the top 5. There were some honourable mentions, but they did not make it into this, of course, because that's the top 5. If you want me to do more top 5s, I happily will, but that for me is the top 5 monsters I do not want to be fighting in Arena. Thank you and goodbye.